Hello, my name is Vanessa Atempa, and I will be doing a presentation on the past Indian Removal Act that relates to current ongoing deportation of immigrants in the United States. In 1830, the Indian Removal Act was signed into law by former President Andrew Jackson. This act granted land west of the Mississippi River in exchange for the lands of the American Indian tribes living primarily in the southern eastern United States. The sole purpose of this act was to remove Indians from their tribal lands that were seen as obstacles by the white settlers who were out looking for westward expansion. A main advocate for this removal was past President Andrew Jackson, who helped negotiate 9 of the 11 major treaties to remove Native Americans from their land. This treaty took an effect on Indian tribes such as the Creek, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Seminole, and Choctaw. The move resulted of nearly 50,000 Eastern Indians to walk hundreds of miles to specially designated Indian territory across the Mississippi River, which then opened millions of acres of rich land east of the Mississippi to white settlers. From my point of view, the Indian Removal Act relates to the current issue of immigrant deportations. The article published at the Foreign Policy Global Management on July 14, 2020 by Anthony Delaware, a former congressional staffer and policy advisor to the presidential campaigns, who focuses on COVID-19 response in rural Latino communities, focuses on former President Trump's continuous attempt in deporting undocumented immigrants such as Mexicans by making false claims towards this group of people. From the beginning of his campaign, he took aim towards immigrants, stating that they are rapists, criminals who are stealing the jobs that belong to Americans who are legally in this country. And more recently, he blames them for the surge of the current COVID-19 pandemic. According to the article, it had been reported by the Associated Press that the Trump administration had been looking for ways to connect the surge in cases to Mexican immigrants, even though he was encouraging states to reopen and loosen public health orders that prevent the spread of COVID-19. Not realizing the Latinos have been highly exposed to the COVID-19 virus because they are among the essential workers keeping the United States running. From the janitors disinfecting hospitals to the farm workers picking crops, this is the finest hour of the Latino workers so often dismissed as unskilled labor. For me, this article is quite striking because Trump's claims in the 21st century sound like the claims of past white settlers who did not want another race but theirs to be part of American society. In comparing both events, similarities that I noticed was that in the Indian Removal Act, white settlers further proved their point that Indians should be removed by arguing that the natives could never be good citizens because of their savage ways. Their proof was paintings of native people that were not always accurate. However, it captured the imaginations of white viewers, reinforcing their disgust at the savagery of Indians. Just like former President Trump, who has made inaccurate remarks about Mexican immigrants to his supporters so that they could be deported back to the country, regardless of how it would affect the people that are being deported. However, in the Indian Removal Act, from the 5 tribes that were removed, the Cherokee had arguably gone further than any other indigenous group in adapting white culture and proving that they were capable of doing so. They had created the Cherokee Phoenix, which was a newspaper of the Cherokee that had begun its publication in 1828 in English and the Cherokee language. They then followed the lead of their white neighbors by farming and owning property, as well as embracing Christianity and writing and owning their own slaves. Similar actions that immigrants have done as well. A lot of Mexican immigrants understand that they are fortunate to be in a country like the United States. Therefore, they go as far as learning and adapting to the culture of the United States. They contribute to the US by becoming part of the US Army as well as economic growth by working, and many further their education by going to school and getting some sort of degree with the sole purpose of getting a professional career. Overall, proving that they are essential to the American society. Thank you.